He's in Jumanji? He needs some help. I've got to save him. I've just been informed that we have some breaking news. If any of you out there have seen this man, he is now wanted by the FBI. We have reason to believe that he has committed murder upon the discovery of the deceased corpse of filmmaker John Waters. Whitey?
What's crack-a-lacking, bro?
You were in Jumanji.
Word, fam!
How? Why?
Oh man, I was hitting up the crib with my home dog G-Sizzle in it, and then we were playing this hella sick board game. We bought out this board game, and then we rolled the dice, and it said like a 5 or an 8, I don't know, because I was proper well dyslexic, man. And then all of a sudden, this weird CGI came out, and then I was being sucked, and not in the good way, bro. And the next thing I know, I'm in a jungle, man. It was bear sick, innit?
Well, was Craig in there?
Nah, fam, nah. He ain't about that life.
Hold on.
Yeah, you walk away, innit, man? I was gonna proper mark that batty boy. Yeah, hold me back.
Hello, Mr. Boar. Yeah? Yes, I'm afraid you're under arrest. For murder. Well, I didn't kill anyone. Actually, we have reason to believe that you are responsible for the recent death of filmmaker John Waters. Are you kidding me? This actually works. Don't worry, bro. They won't arrest you. Justin? Why not? We're all on lockdown. You can't leave the house. What? What the hell is going on? A worldwide pandemic has begun. What? When? How? China. All schools closed. Restaurants. Social distancing. The economy in ruins. No way. Look for yourself, dude. When did this happen? Just now. So you better hurry up and stockpile your toilet paper. Why? Are the symptoms diarrhea? No.
And we have to wash our hands.
Did we do that already?
No, we only pretended to. Apparently.
I don't get it.
hundreds dead, thousands infected across multiple continents.
On airport quarantine, now we've got the virus down, there is a risk that people coming in from other countries could bring it in. Really? Really? You've just realised that there's a risk of people bringing the virus into this country?
Wuhan, Hubei province in central China. Once a thriving metropolis. Now a city of 11 million people on lockdown. Across the world, one by one, cities came to a shutdown. Medical facilities pushed to the brink amid the urgent call to contain the virus.
Why is it taking you 3 months, Dominic Raab? You're in charge of the country when Boris Johnson was off, sick. Why is it now that you realise that there's a risk that people coming in from other countries could bring it in?
我的爸爸一开始得这个病的话，我们就没有往这个上面想。我的爸爸的症状就是发烧、无力。
And then I see the disinfectant, where it knocks it out in a minute, 1 minute. And is there a way we can do something like that? By injection inside or almost a cleaning? Because you see it gets on the lungs and it does a tremendous number of lungs. So it'd be interesting to check that. So that you're going to have to use medical doctors with. But it sounds interesting to me. No, I was asking a question sarcastically to reporters like you, just to see what would happen.
90% of the world's countries took precautions at airports, including lockdown, including quarantine, including testing. Guess who was in the 10%? The UK. And now Dominic Raab announces on behalf of the government there's a risk that people coming in from other countries could bring it in. What was our scientific expert advice for 3 months that led you to not do this before?
In a matter of days, experts realized that this mystery flu was in fact a new infectious virus and one that threatened to spread rapidly.
Scientists have been warning about the danger of the wet market for at least half a century.
It's that somehow an animal virus makes a giant leap across species into humans.
I'm declaring a public health emergency of international concern.
Why have you allowed 18 million people, many from coronavirus-ravaged countries, to stream into our country for the last 3 months?
The biggest quarantine in history right now taking place in China. I think you're going to see that more amplified now as a result of this declaration.
With cases jumping exponentially in Hubei province and seeping outside of its borders, the outbreak was rapidly escalating into an epidemic.
You know what? Be careful who you let in. We're an island. Other countries did it. New Zealand, Australia, other islands were very draconian about who came into their country on aeroplanes, but not us. We knew best. We were following the science. Our experts knew better than everybody else's. And what's the result? Second worst death toll in the world.
Well, airlines have begun suspending flights as fears mount over the coronavirus epidemic.
Aviation regulator DGCA has asked airports and airlines to begin screening passengers arriving from Japan and South Korea.
For too long, the world has operated on a cycle of panic and neglect. We throw money at an outbreak, and when it's over, we forget about it and do nothing to prevent the next one. This is dangerously short-sighted and frankly difficult to understand. If we fail to prepare, we're preparing to fail.
After schools shut their gates from Friday afternoon, they will remain closed for most pupils, for the vast majority of pupils, until further notice.
We should take comfort that while we may have more still to endure, better days will return. We will be with our friends again. We will be with our families again. We will meet again.
We have to remain inside, isolated from the outside world. No human interaction aside from our current household. Isn't that just our normal day-to-day lives anyway? Yes, we cannot go to work unless sometimes. If we go to work, we can only do so if we want to, but we can't. If we want to go to work, we should, but we shouldn't go to work if we don't want to. But if we have to, we must. And if our friend Timmy says we can go to work, then we can. But we can only play sports with people from our household, but only sometimes. While social distancing 2 meters, but only if we feel like it. But also, we cannot go on public transportation, unless, maybe, but possibly not. Sometimes we can, but we shouldn't, unless we feel like it. But maybe we shouldn't, or maybe we want to. But what? We also have to keep alert. Of an invisible virus. Yes.
Rob, I don't think you're taking this very seriously. People are dying.
How bad is it?
Just look at the numbers. The death rates are growing.
Look, guys, I got a lot of going on as it is, alright? I've got serial killers trying to murder me. I don't need this extra bollocks.
You think you have it bad? The elderlies are the ones most likely to die from it. Selfish.
You know what? I have to stop this.
What are you talking about?
I can't just sit around and let this coronavirus destroy the world. I have to do my part. I'm cinematic Venom, goddammit! You think I'm just gonna sit here and let this virus destroy the world? I'm gonna take a stand. I am here to fight COVID-19! Well, I guess we might as well just watch a movie. And why not start with a film that pretty much predicted this entire ordeal?
Good luck.
Contagion is a 2011 thriller based on a virus being spread worldwide, causing deaths all over the globe. Starring a bunch of massive names, it did well financially, but was recently brought back up due to the incredible similarities to the current pandemic 9 years later. Originally, it was going to be a biographical movie on Leni Riefenstahl, a German film director and actress, but they feared it wouldn't gain much of an audience. Bit harsh? No one's going to want to watch a movie about her.
Who knows?
Eerily, the director Steven Soderbergh and writer Scott Z. Burns decided to write a thriller on a pandemic and make it a situation that could very well happen in real life. Well, I hope you're happy!
I'm sorry.
Lawrence Brilliant, okay, that is an amazing name.
Thank you.
Lawrence Brilliant was an epidemiologist who gained a medical degree and was one of those involved in the World Health Organization who actually helped completely eradicate smallpox. Okay, round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Lawrence Brilliant. You did a great job. Lawrence Brilliant, everybody.
Without incredibly smart women and men, we'd all be screwed. From the bottom of my mouth, breathing hard, thank you to the doctors, the experts, the immunologists, microbiologists, and the
epidemiologists,
and all the other ists that I'm way too dumb to even know. All the years you spent studying the make you a hero. When your villain is a virus, you don't need Avengers. What you need are a ton of educated nerds. Thank God for the mother nerds right now. Thank God for the mother nerds. Thank God for the mother nerds right now. Thank God for the mother nerds.
How is that gonna help?
Anyway, they actually got Lawrence involved to make sure that the pandemic in the film was as accurate as possible. They wanted the audience to not be questioning whether or not this could really happen, but when this could really happen. Well, about December 2019, you are...
We're not lucky.
The research was based around the 2009 swine flu pandemic, as well as the SARS outbreak between 2002 and 2004. And they found it more interesting that the virus itself wasn't what people were concerned about, but more how society themselves were handling the circumstances, with the closure of schools and several conspiracy theories being spread with misinformation, but gullible people actually believing it all. They also used elements of how the media and the public reacted to events like 9/11 or Hurricane Katrina. And I know what you're thinking, how accurate can it really be to the coronavirus pandemic? I mean, sure, it originated in China, and it started with people eating dodgy animals being sold on the black market, but what else could there be? Well, they have the exact same symptoms, a cough, difficulty breathing and a high fever. The world begins to panic in bulk shops selfishly. People wear face masks and hazmat suits. People have to isolate themselves from their young ones. They debate closing schools. They say people can be contagious without having any symptoms. Kids have to stay home. The vaccine is months away from being safe for human trial. People swarm the doctors and have to constantly sanitize their hands and cannot touch their own face. They have to socially distance. Almost every aspect of this is identical to the coronavirus. It's creepy as hell. However, this was put in the film based on the trail of the Nipah virus, which infects cells in the respiratory and nervous systems, which are the exact same cells as the virus, which actually originated in Malaysia back in 1997. But is it any good? Well, let's take a look.
Imagination.
Ah! Get away! They've got the Rona!
Use that other email I gave you, because that's the only secure one, okay?
Okay.
You alright?
Yeah, just got corona. Although it's eerie that this started in Hong Kong, it could have been a lot weirder. Imagine if it started in the same damn city as COVID-19. Oh hey, it's Lawrence Fishburne playing one of the doctors. Oh hey, it's Jude Law playing a crazy internet conspiracy theorist. Oh hey, it's Matt Damon playing a cool dad whose kid is gonna croak. Oh hey, it's Gwyneth Paltrow playing Matt Damon's wife who's gonna croak. I mean, Jesus, at least coronavirus isn't this graphic. As far as I know. The film really doesn't hang about though, right off the bat. Did I say bat? No! Screw the bats! They're the cause of this! No more bats! Oh, Matt Damon's wife is dead and he struggles to come to terms with it. And you don't even have enough time to accept it because then his son dies! Jesus Christ, this poor guy! And this is when the panic begins and the world starts to quarantine. Yeah, look at all these outfits. They look so silly. You never see me in one of those. But the movie annoys me because every time they list a location, there should be a comma between the city and state, man. That's grammar 101. Oh, hey, it's Kate Winslet playing another doctor who still does an amazing American accent. But it's okay. Matt Damon is immune to the disease because he's Matt Damon. He can't die. I don't know, they say there's something in his blood. He's basically immortal, but at least he still has a daughter to live for. He just has to talk to her through glass.
The average person touches their face 2,000 or 3,000 times a day.
2,000 or 3,000 times a day?
3 to 5 times every waking minute. In between, we're touching doorknobs, water fountains, elevator buttons, and each other. Those things become fomites.
Is this something we want to release to the press, respiratory and fomites?
And how's the public going to react to that?
Hard to say. A plastic shark in a movie will keep people from getting in the ocean, but a warning on the side of a pack of cigarettes...
We're going to need to walk the governor through this before we start to freak everybody out. I mean, we can't even tell people right now what they should be afraid of. We tried that with swine flu and all we did was get healthy people scared.
You can't argue with that, it's just true. Just facts.
People can be contagious without even having symptoms.
Which is exactly why you morons should stay at home. Oh hey, it's Elliot Gould playing a scientist.
Virus is 15 to 19 kilobases in length and containing 6 to 10 genes, typical of a paramyxa virus,
Godzilla,
potentially
King
a
Kong,
mutant on
and Frankenstein, all in
hold
one.
on.
And Frankenstein's monster. Oh hey, it's Bryan Cranston playing the lead of the United States Public Health Service Commission. But it's really intense as this contagious dude gets off a bus but leaves his germs everywhere, and they tried to warn him and get him away from people as quickly as possible. Well, at least the camera's safe now. And then Matt Damon finds out his wife cheated on him right before she died. Jesus Christ, this guy just can't catch a break. What else can go wrong? Is a bear gonna eat his daughter next? The movie does do a great job showing just how quickly and easily the virus spreads, focusing on people's hands and anything they touch, and shows exactly why we should all be staying at home. And Elliot Gould is a bit dodgy. I know this because the music implies it, but I need to know, how is Jude Law so naturally badass? God, even his name is badass!
Blood serums can take a long time to make and are very expensive. But the good news here is that you're not going to get sick.
Because you're Matt Damon.
You ever have to tell a man who just lost his wife and stepson that his wife was cheating on him before she died?
What? When? Talk about throwing a curveball! Women led to believe it's his son this whole time and then, oh, by the way, 40 minutes in, yeah, stepson. He won't even let his daughter's boyfriend drop off condolence flowers in fear of the virus. It really is accurate. But oh no, Kate Winslet is sick! Yeah, this is revenge for letting Leo die, you
I think I'm sick.
What? What's going on? What kind of symptoms do you have?
Can't swallow.
Oh, help!
Sorry, I couldn't finish.
Oh, help!
She made mistakes, Mitch. But I know she loved you very much.
That's exactly why she cheated on you and bounced up and down on another man's penis. There's also this French doctor who gets kidnapped by some Chinese. Chinese! They're the reason for this mess! Kill him all! Kill him all!
I understand. Thank you.
Oh, hey, they inspired Bird Box as well.
When the word goes out, there will be a run on the banks, gas stations, grocery stores, you name it.
People will panic. The virus will be the least of our worries.
He's right, you know. Protect your toilet paper at all costs. And don't tell anyone you have pasta.
Well, in 1918, 1% of the population died from Spanish flu. It was novel, like this. No one had ever seen it before.
1% of America?
1% of the world. As many as 70 million people could die, baby, maybe more.
Okay. First of all, it's actually uncertain how many people died during the Spanish flu, but it's estimated somewhere between 50 and 100 million. More people died during the virus than the First World War. Secondly, back in 1918, the population of the entire world was around 2 billion. Therefore, the amount of people died would have been somewhere between 2.5 and 5%. I mean, it's nice trivia, but just inaccurate.
I think that's a mistake.
So Lawrence Fishburne warns his fiancée to leave town immediately and to not pack or talk to anyone. And she immediately ignores him, goes shopping and calls up people to tell them, God damn it, you had one job. But this is far too accurate as people riot. And this is why it spread this far, you morons. The film does show the entire world being abandoned now, which looks awesome. Except when there's clearly life over there. Sadly though, a woman asks for help, but naturally Matt Damon can't. It's sad, but what else can you do in this situation?
Look, I don't have any here. People broke in.
I'm pregnant, Alan. I have money.
What good is money gonna do you now? Maybe it's just me, but Jude Law's accent keeps switching from his natural English to Australian?
Because if you check on Facebook, you'll find a communique attributed to Dr. Cheever by Elizabeth Nygaard about the quarantine of Chicago, hours before it was announced to the public. That's why I think he's a bit disingenuous when he says equal care for all and not just his friends.
Are you alright, Jude? And his conspiracy theories are so annoying, but sadly, entirely accurate. This is the typical person who feels helpless but wants to be involved and get attention. So they spread misinformation and conspiracy theories which are practically just as dangerous as the virus itself. It's crazy. And yeah, social distancing, but let's all give speeches in crowded rooms. And then queue up for food. And then fight. God damn it, do you guys not understand anything at all? Then America issues a curfew, but if it's anything like the UK, nobody's going to listen. There is a nice little scene that may seem pointless at first glance, but I think actually delivers a very strong point. Damon spots some people break into a home and possibly murder someone before fleeing. He tries to ring the police, but he can't get through as they're all occupied with the virus crisis. It just further emphasizes the point that this virus has completely captivated the entire world and nothing else really matters anymore. Until his daughter sneaks out. God damn it, you dumbass! You're part of the problem!
I'm going home now, Alice. It's getting late. Merry Christmas.
No, it's October! Go away! So this doctor has the vaccine, but they can't test it on humans yet without more experiments. However, she has the biggest balls in the lab and tries it on herself. She literally tests it and risks her own life just to visit her sick father. It's a really sweet moment.
The government rushed the trials.
Oh great, I missed him.
Maybe it causes autism or narcolepsy or cancer.
Oh, off. But it turns out Jude Law is full of co-figure, and he previously claimed he had the virus and was cured naturally, but it was proven to be false. He cons the world out of millions and gets arrested, yet George Lucas robbed the world of millions for years and nobody cared. Oh look, more crowded rooms, go home! But this guy tricks the Chinese to get the French lady back, but she's rather ungrateful and storms off, presumably to rescue all the Chinese kids who are about to be given an ineffective vaccine.
And now you want to tell people not to get vaccinated when that's the best chance they've got.
Oh, he's a con man and an anti-vaxxer. Well, that's just the last straw.
You know where this comes from? Shaking hands? No. Well, it was a way of showing a stranger that you weren't carrying a weapon in the old days.
Okay, I didn't actually know that. Pretty cool line. So the vaccine is starting to be administered through their nose, but this is actually incorrect. You shouldn't breathe in whilst receiving an intranasal vaccine at all because the virus must be replicated in the warm nasal passage before spreading to the rest of the airways so your body can successfully produce the antibodies against the virus. The more you know. Oh well, Matt Damon finds photos of his wife having an affair and I won't lie, I thought the worst here. I totally thought he was going to take his daughter to prom. Okay. Bit weird. But no, he lets her now cured boyfriend take her to the prom instead. You really feel for Damon though as he breaks down alone, but then he sees how happy his daughter is and it brings a smile back to his face. She's his reason for living and always brings him back. And the film ends with us seeing the cause of the virus, but it's just sequel bait for Corona. On a serious note, it just sort of ends. By the way, this is how it all happened. Bye. It's just really anticlimactic. I mean, what happened to the French lady? She stormed off all dramatically. We don't even see what happens. We need to know. The film is alright. It's okay, I suppose. It shows the virus accurately enough. The acting is solid and it's well made and everything. There's just something missing. We don't really remember the characters very much except for Matt Damon because it's Matt Damon and Jude Law because he's a conspiracy moron played by Jude Law. But the rest is just there. There's nothing much to it. I think it needed stronger written characters or better subplots underneath. It's just a big nothing.
Is this all you're gonna do, man?
What?
Just sit there eating Doritos for 31 episodes.
No. Just 30 more.
Man, what the hell happened to you?
We're on lockdown. What else am I supposed to do?
Limitations have never stopped you before.
You're right.
I mean, come on, man. This is your biggest series of the year. This is Halloween. October. This is the Venom month of horrors.
Yeah!
4.
Just when you thought it was all over, they always come back for more. Nothing truly stays dead forever. The witching hour is upon us, and time is running out. It's a race against the clock, and against the undead. This is the Venom month of horrors for Corona Fever.
Yeah, you do your little dramatic suit up. Haha, I always love those. Yeah.
He's funny.
Thank you.